Maokai in the jungle.
Definitely agree. And I guess the good news here for C9 so far is the Aatrox is playing against 3 melee champs. That really helps him in team fights and gap closing and getting resets and being able to heal through a lot of the damage. Aggressive AD carry bans coming out from Kalista and Lucian. The last one really is things like the Tristana, which we've seen touched on a little bit. We'll see if it's picked up or banned here in this series. Aphelios open. Varus is another one that teams have been prioritizing in terms of AD carries. Kai'Sa, another champ as well. There's the Jinx ban targeted at Berserker. I think Aphelios has to be a ban here for C9. Jinx Aphelios,
you would think,
was the old school MSI trade-off, and it's probably one of the strongest scalers left. They could pick Sivir into it, but Sivir into Akali would be a little bit tough unless they can find some kind of peel support.
They're taking their time. They really want to think it through. Plenty of options left. Marksmen have been pretty focused here so far, but there are still those options like you're saying. Okay. Kai'Sa, I like this. It feels like a respect band just towards LPL in general. Whenever I think Kai'Sa, I think LPL. I think Kai'Sa and Nautilus. I think aggro bottom lanes, but it does leave Aphelios open. This is the pick you've been talking about all draft. They lock it in for Viper.
I feel like Aphelios ban there could have worked a little bit better, but they're gonna give over the Aphelios and they have a plan. Varus Tahm Kench here would do really well into Akali. Varus Renata would work too in denying the Renata from the Aphelios Renata. Now, Meiko has a lot of options here. Nautilus would be the easy pickup to engage onto those immobile carries. Any hook champion to threaten the 3-man ranged of C9's mid-bot side works very well. We'll see what he opts into. Of course, Meiko incredibly good at those melee support engages.
I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. I'm still really worried about this Cloud9 draft. The last 2 picks, yes, they have some hard CC, but the Thresh is locked in for EDG, the Maokai. It's easier for them to sort of just start these fights with the engage. Renata's ulti moves slower than some champions walk. Varus has the chains of corruption, but they only hit 1 target. Cloud9 are really gonna have to find angles and picks here.
They definitely are, and I feel like the Aphelios Thresh can be mobile with one another, right? The Thresh can always pull the Aphelios out of a bad position if he gets lanterned or if the Aatrox manages to get on top of him. But you were talking about engage from C9's bot lane. The Varus helps out a little bit with that in terms of finding those picks or finding engages around the team fights. I feel like a Varus ult into a Renata ult or a Victor W is their way of setting up through a Trundle pillar. It's just a question of execution. I think we've got a very, very volatile top matchup the longer the game goes on. Mid lane, of course, Jensen will want to get the push, but Blabber will need to cover.
These guys can get this pushed up. That's the responsibility of the jungler in those situations. Sven is hooked. Meiko sets it up. Viper knocks them down. EDG make them look fool. Party to mid lane. Hey, Jensen, knock. Here comes the LPL. Here comes EDG. Viper has 2.
The setup is just so easy, isn't it? To invest a W for energy regen to do it. Here comes JJ.
JJ's ready to go. There's the Chaos Storm. JJ's low. Jensen looking for the outplay here. Scout's at 100 HP, but Jensen's at 50. He survives the dive. Always providing extra information. As Blabber and Sven step up, Blabber's getting grabbed. He'll probably just die here. Scout goes back in. They try to get him with the bailout. Instead, it'll be 2. Sven with the flash away. Meiko, don't miss.
Meiko makes it happen around there.
Let's watch again.
Really monstrous pick. Instant hook into the box. There's the Maokai route. Blabber has absolutely nowhere to go. And then beautiful Meiko sets it up next to Scout. Sven flashes. Hook connects. 2 for 0. Happy days, and so you can change your control over lanes.
Well, Scout decides to go in bottom. Sven's got no way home, man. All right, just make it quick. Make it quick. There it is. Scout picks up
this game. And I mean, he's looking for a little bit of damage onto the tower, maybe for a support item or something, and then Scout flashes over the handshake, and Berserker just got his recall off. Even if Berserker stayed, I think Sven was dead here no matter what. Berserker can't really offer that much in the Shroud.
Yep.
Scout will then net that and turn that into a bot tier 1. C9 yet to find.
Going for the Aphelios ulti. Lockdown happens with Berserker and Sven are both safe. Flandre versus Fudge off to the side isn't going to result in a whole lot, but Meiko, he just doesn't miss those. It's a kill over to EDG, but Meiko's gonna die. They find another one as EDG kills Sven. 2 for 1 now here in the mid lane.
Support jungle for C9 is down. Sven tried his best there the second that EDG engaged onto Blabber to ult flash onto Viper, but he has the cleanse the second it landed, so he managed to get himself out of there. Flandre looking for the enemy red buff that's spawning in around 5 seconds time. Gonna fight onto Fudge.
Fudge trying to deal with this Fiora, but it ain't working out so hot. He'll walk away from it, but he doesn't have a lot of HP to work with. They can pass the red buff off to Viper so easily. The entirety of Summoner's Rift is owned by EDG because of Meiko hitting hooks like these.
Pulls Blabber in. Viper dishes out the damage. There's the ult flash from Sven to try to land onto Meiko and Viper. They do get Meiko down, but Viper with the Gale Force forwards just absolutely melts through Sven. And then EDG decides to bash.
Shows up, Flandre taking a little bit of damage, not worried at all. Dashes back out of the chain. Viper goes to the ulti. He hits 5. A lot of damage flies out. Berserker's already low. EDG have them trapped. Blabber tries to get back to the rest of the team. Scout goes in. C9 are stuck in the execution alcove. And EDG just got 5 for nothing.
C9 are wiped, their hopes and dreams are crushed as EDG circle around them like sharks and pick up all 5 kills. They're going to put themselves on soul point as well. The nail in the coffin would be the Baron, but EDG can't pick it up just yet.
Keijo, these guys are playing like they've won Worlds before or something.
You would have thought, huh?
You would think something like that might have gone down, and EDG are making absolute meat out of Cloud9 here in this game. 12,000 gold up, soul point, Baron's the next stop. These guys are a machine.
They really are, and they're bloody well oiled. I mean, it's C9 trying to contest this soul point, so Fudge TP's in. They try to zone away Flandre, but look at the pincer they have here. 2 from topside, Flandre from the right, Scouts from the left. They have nowhere to run. It's only the alcove in terms of space that they can work with. Viper then steps forward and starts hitting the front line. Good W there by Flandre to stun out Fudge. But the Renata ult misses Scout, manages to dodge away, and it's him who just deletes straight through Fudge and Berserker with the R2. And when Berserker falls, Viper can step forwards and all of C9 fall.
What a heart drop of a moment for Cloud9 when you're all stuck in that
Advantage, they're looking for Viper.
Oh, Sven's in some trouble though. Viper getting a ton of damage. Viper getting away. Cloud9 getting crushed. EDG get a double kill back over onto their AD carry, and Cloud9 won't find a single man.
C9 play aggression despite being so far behind. They tried to get the kills. Jensen.
Scout just looking to style on him a little bit. 1v2 gets it done. For the reigning champs, as C9 tried to make a move, and EDG just wouldn't let him.
Berserker just ult flashing forward there onto Viper, trying to get everything on top of him. But the bailout doesn't come through in time because he can't get the kill. Viper kites him out. Blabber's then stuck after Blast going over without the flash. Gets melted by EDG. Flandre TP's in to help out his team. And I think that was the last play C9 really had to find a way to turn this game around because Jensen fell, the Baron's gone. There's nothing for C9.
And at this point, if you're Scout, you're just letting them know. You're making a point out of it. 1v2. Diving through there, finding the enemy mid laner.
I mean, Blabber knows it's over, right? They're just seeing if something works. 0% chance. This time around, EDG are flawless.
You're just throwing the ball all the way down the field. You're just going for that Hail Mary. It doesn't work. It's not like it was expected to. Fudge goes through the Hex Gate. He's immediately killed. Sven's out next. Berserker's gonna drop. Scout gets away. EDG, they're marching to the win.
They're about to knock Cloud9 out of the tournament. Flandre is running forwards, pushing the mid jungle of C9 back. There's nothing left to do here. It's all EDG.
EDG, there's the inhib in bottom. They're gonna pick up a second inhib here in mid. They've got the Baron up wave. 2 left on Cloud9's side, and Blabber and Jensen cannot do it. The reigning world champions will eliminate North America's best international team from Worlds.